In terms of what we do is we believe that founders are the most important success factor for an early stage technology company. And what's interesting is if you talk to most early stage investors, they will nod their head and say, yep, that's right. However, very few venture capital firms actually invest into the founders after they make their investment. And specifically, what I mean by that is investors are trying to
Yeah.
add value. And a lot of the venture capital firms would say, hey, we add value by helping you with your strategy, maybe introducing you to some potential customers. But I said, hey, that is not addressing the number one success factor, which is the
Yep.
founders. And so what we have at Staircase Ventures, we have what we call a founder growth platform, where
Mhm.
that's really focused on helping our founders grow and develop and act and be as successful as possible.
Yeah.
And so specifically what we do, and this was based on sort of the 8 years that I spent in Wheel Ventures working with many founders, is that we provide executive coaches for all of our CEOs.
Mm.
And we have peer support groups where founders can connect with others who are going through similar stages or who are a little
Yeah.
bit ahead. And what
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
noticed is those two things can really help to accelerate the growth and development of a founder. But then we
Yeah.
said, hey, that's not enough to help people with their development. What you also need to do is help these founders show up their best every day. And
Ah,
so the next three pillars of what we do are all around how can we help them show up their best every day. And so specifically, what we provide is we did a partnership with Cleveland Clinic Canada, where all of our founders have access to confidential, complimentary health wellness coaching. We have personal financial advisors who will help our founders on their personal financials because often they spend so much time thinking about their business, but do
mm,
they have
mm.
time to think about their personal financials? And then the third thing under that is family support. And so specifically what we do is we give all of our founders a cash stipend in the first year. And we say, hey, here's cash stipend. You do what you want. But the
Yeah.
idea is that you will use it for childcare, elder care, take your significant other or your best friend out for a fancy dinner once a month, go away for a weekend with a bunch of friends, ever makes you happy and able to take care of the most important people in your life.